Yeah, I want to say one thing. Yeah, I made another video, 30 minutes. I don't know if I'm gonna post it, but I wanted to say, uh, that it's the first time that I'm now thinking about it. Yesterday or today, can't recall. But when you wake up in the middle of the night and you are paralyzed, you cannot move, and you sense something is in your room. Yes, to be serious, yeah. It's not, it's no joke, yeah. Something is in your room, yes, and and then you open your eyes. Sometimes you see a figure or a shadow or whatever, and then. But I had, I think, one case that or two experiences that I was that I was. I was not paralyzed until that I opened my eyes and I saw that shadow, yeah, with the red eyes, yeah, and it sent me something, to block my. I've heard in my ears like an explosion kind of situation, and I was blocked, but I could push it away. I was already very experienced to 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 push this. It's not like this. No, because you're paralyzed. It's with paralyzed. Yeah, so you cannot use your hands. It's it's by your power of your consciousness. Let's put it in this way. People say mind or energy. Okay, but I call it consciousness. Yeah. So I can push them away in seconds. Yeah, and they are away. Um, because when I ride with the bike, electric bike, I don't want to make another a long video, maybe 5 minutes and that's it. So when I ride with a bike, electric bike, or with a normal bike, but mostly with the, let's say I have only one bike, but I've tested it with the normal bike also. I don't need to do like this, and go faster. I can use also just the power of my mind. It's a little bit difficult to do that. It works, but when I do this, then it was much more efficient. Yeah, but I can do also like this. Just I'm riding with the bike and don't need to use my hands. I can also use the power of my consciousness. Yeah, and so people will not notice it, of course. Yeah. Also, when I do this, they notice it. Yeah, but you are still using your legs. Yeah, because it's a bike. Yeah, and but that's an example that I want to say. Yes, the power of your consciousness. But like I said, if I can do that, these advanced beings, it could be machines also, by some other intelligences. Yeah, for some reason they why they come in your room and then block you, or I have different experiences. Yeah, but this one was the first one, the first time that I experienced this in 2017 or so, 16, 17, with that shadow with the red eyes. And then when I push them away, I have back again control over my body. Yeah. But it's the first time that I think about it. Yesterday or today, I can't recall. I think it was maybe today. Yeah. But I was thinking about it, and I said to myself, I know of myself. I am very powerful. Uh, already. Yeah. But I have more than I can do. Yes, and but that's also for the safety why for myself and in general. Yes, why I cannot access for the moment these abilities. But let's say I use three fingers. Of the abilities that I have. No, compare it with normal people. Let's say in this way, don't use any of it. Yes, and maybe unconsciously this unconsciously, yeah. But for the rest, they are not active on these abilities, yeah. And Yeah, so if I can push high evolved beings, it doesn't mean that these beings are bad, yeah. uh, because there is a lot going on with myself that I'm not aware of. I know there is something, it's not only in this life, it's in general. But yes, why they come in your room, and maybe you have already in some way, they know you better than you know yourself. Yeah, the connection that you have with some types and this and that. But when you can, and that is the reason why, if we are not enemies, to say it in this way, maybe I push them away because not because of fear, because it's a strange situation. Yes, why they block you, and for what? Yeah. So, but if I can push them away, and I have cases that when I was paralyzed, where there were hands busy, like two hands busy on your body, and you are blocked, and you wake up, or you are waken up by it, by that, you don't see anything, because you are blocked, yeah, and like here you feel, or on your back, like a cat does, yeah, in that kind of way. And then I push them away, and in a couple of seconds, and then I have back again power. It's gone. It's coming from probably another dimension. So, but it's gone. I have cases where I saw the being, eventually, one of these beings with a tail kind of way, and there's another one. It goes through a gate also. I felt a shock in my brain when I wanted to touch it, yeah, and then it goes like this. I felt a shock in my brain, and it was gone, but it went through probably a portal or something like that. But my it's 7 minutes already. Oh, god damn it! No. I must go straight to the point, yeah. So if I can push these intelligences or whatever away with my power of consciousness, yeah, then it means what can, then on a certain level, to use that word, yeah, because I need to say that word, yeah, then I'm very powerful, and then I can use it also, for example, to manipulate normal people, because they are obviously very low awareness than the example of that entity that causes the paralyzation, that I was paralyzed, yeah. Or it could be a machine also. So controlled by some intelligences. But you have also beings, yeah, from another dimension, could be also more involved, of course, than we are. But if I can push them away, yes, in seconds, yeah, and because I have a lot of experiences with it, not in a massive way, but I have very a couple of experiences with some situations like that. So, but it means that your consciousness is powerful, yes, even more so than the general population. So that means that if you use it, to manipulate others, yeah, and that's what I want to say. I don't want to do that, of course. To use your abilities in a negative way. If I can prevent something, yes, of course. If it's meant to be, but I don't want to use it for the good of myself. Yes, rather than for everybody, than only for myself. Yeah, except if it is needed, that you must protect yourself. Yeah, like I said, that you push them away. I don't attack. It's just I push them away. That's all that I do. Yeah. Um, but that's what I wanted to say. But there's a thing that I've never thought about it. When you look at your abilities, your experiences, what you can do with your consciousness, compare it with the general population that is on a very low level of awareness, and in that sense also the abilities. Yeah. So there are people on high ranking elites, yes, in secret, yeah, that have these abilities to manipulate people's consciousness, yeah. And I know that it's happening. You don't need to have technology to do that. You can also use people who can do that, yeah. But I don't practice that because it's must I say, I don't follow corruption. I don't want to be a multitude of corrupted in a corrupted system that I want to support that, and so I am somebody who's neutral, yeah, in general, yes, but I am also um, um, how to say this. That's the stability that I have. Yes, it's not totally left or right. I am in the middle. In the middle, yeah. Like a kind of how do you say this? The balance, you know. But yes, that's who I am. Yeah. And damn. Okay. So so yes, there's a lot to think about what I said now. Yeah, it's very interesting, and you must think about it. What I've said, because it's very important. Yep. So, but besides my normal life, yeah, because I am an artist, I make music, I write about certain things, certain situations, and sometimes it's silly, sometimes it's very serious, but in a kind of unserious way, yeah, in kind of a show way, let's say. But besides that, there's a lot of portion of my, a lot of it's like a big circle, yes, and there's just also that's what I'm aware of. Yes, and the rest you can say feelings or intuitions, or not directly factual. Let's say that you 100% know. Yeah, yes, because there is a bigger circle of. If I talk about personal me, yeah, then I because there is also a reason why all these experiences came. Yes, and also experiences possible that I had when I was a kid, very young. Yes, that these beings were also in that time. Yeah, but like I said, there's a lot. It's bigger picture. Yeah, what's going on? That then I am aware of that, but I don't know the exact details of it. Yeah, just a small portion of information that I have. Yeah, I think everybody in our case has pieces of the puzzle. Yeah, from personal and also in general. Yeah, it's 14 as I saw. So anyway, I'm gonna close off. So yeah, so there's a lot of to think about. Yeah, I cannot say this to somebody who is totally not aware of it, and but I say to the people, I say this to the people who are into this kind of information, yeah, and maybe have experiences themselves, yeah, and can follow in a kind of way what I try to say, yeah, and of course people in the high ranking elites, let's say it could be scientists, whatever, seeing this fucking video, you know, I will stand ground, yeah, and I will explore further, yes. And yeah, and people say I am only human, but I am not. Okay, so even I am not using the majority of my abilities, still I am I stand stable and grounded, and yeah. So yeah, and if you meet me face to face, you're welcome. Yeah.